So Tom, what are we supposed to include in one of these trailer thingamajigs again?
Well, okay, let's see. Let me check my list. So we're supposed to have a fancy jingle. So and then we're supposed to
That was
talk
perfect.
Perfect. I'm missing my career as a songwriter. And you have to do the hand movements as well. That's an
Do we have to do hand movements? It's a podcast. People can't see the hand movements.
They have to imagine my hands are waving madly. So then we're supposed to talk about the concept of the podcast. So what's the point of this?
Well, it's just you and me having a chin wag.
Oh, yes. Our favorite word that nobody knows what we're talking about.
So we're having a good chat. We're having a nice chat. We're going to hang out and we're going to find out some stuff from some people who know more stuff than we know about certain things regarding teaching voice and the singing voice and the world of voice in general, right?
Right, that sounds about right, yeah. Because, most people know more than us.
It's not hard, is it?
No, I mean, we're lucky that this podcast is actually recording after all the disasters that we've had. This is like, what, take 10?
Shh, they don't need to know this, Tom. We're professionals.
So we're doing all that, and then we're supposed to talk about who might find it interesting. So I think it's singing teachers or people that are interested in singing would find this interesting, maybe want to know more about their voices, perhaps, or want to know more about what's going on in the vocal world, because, it's quite a big world and it's quite full of lots of diverse people with lots of interesting ideas. So anybody that has that kind of interest in the voice, I think, don't you?
Absolutely. Choir leaders, even speech language pathologists. Is that the right word? Yep. Speech language therapists. Anybody who's working with singers on a regular basis, or even people who are a singer and happen to be a little bit of a geek and like to know a little bit more than the average singer, will also probably find a lot of our content quite interesting.
Okay, so we've ticked off 2 off the list then. So I guess, well, actually, we probably should tell people who we actually are, because they're probably thinking, who are these 2 mad British folks sitting talking about chin wags? So...
That's a very good point. That probably should go at the beginning rather than...
Yeah, then like halfway through.
So, Tom, who are we?
So we're Tom and Heather, and we have this organization that we co-founded with 8 other people, which is called the Institute for Vocal Advancement. And we have been, for the last 9.5 years, training and educating singing teachers around the world. So we have we have singing teachers on 30 countries that take part in our programs.
Yes, all over the world.
Yeah, we're popular.
Mm-hmm.
We are. And so we do conferences, we do online events, we do teacher training webinars, we have a group of master teachers and other instructors who train all these other voice teachers who are all kind of in this amazing community that we have, where we're all coming together with the same passion for the voice and the same kind of idea that we want to be the best voice teachers that we can be. Because, we're both voice teachers ourselves. We're not just, random people talking about the voice. We are actually voice teachers, working voice teachers.
We are indeed, and we both have a passion for learning. We like to know as much as we can. So, and that journey never finishes. I've been learning and training for 22 plus years now about teaching voice. I know, I'm giving my age away slightly there. So I have been doing this a very long time, and I am nowhere near finished. I have still got so much to learn, because the more you know, the more you realize you don't know, right? And Absolutely. That's part of our passion for doing this, is because we're nosy and we want to know the answers to all of our questions.
Yeah.
So basically, this is just a ploy for Tom and I to get all the people that we want to know things about and drag them in so that we can get our questions answered.
Yeah,
It's totally selfish.
It's totally selfish, but I'm sure people might find it quite interesting along the way. But this is totally for the benefit of my students in studio.
Your student. He's only got one.
One student.
He's that popular.
I'm so popular. No. So you started well before me. I only started doing this in early 2009. I started voice, so 13 years I've been teaching in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And we've been doing IVA since 2013. We started March 2013, so we celebrated our 9th birthday this year. So, we're getting on. We've been around the block a few times.
That's gone really fast, though, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a blur when you think back.
First conference that we had in California. That doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was.
Well, actually, the first conference was in the room behind you in August 2013.
Well, it was actually. We did a mini conference first, didn't we? Here in my studio. Yes,
yeah, I sat right beside that certificate at the bottom.
You did. It was how many people can we squeeze in one tiny room? Yeah, I think we probably did squeeze good 20 odd people in here, just kind of UK based people, didn't we?
We did, and we had more than that. We had folk from France, we had folk from Spain came in,
actually. Yeah,
Germany,
Ireland.
And all that. Yeah,
yes.
And then we did streaming, so we were streaming to Australia and Asia, and then we had teachers attending like later on in the day from America and Canada. So it was a real international event.
It was
good.
It was.
It was the most stressful thing we had ever done since we launched the company.
It's all fun and games.
It was when we got going. I do particularly remember getting ready for the live streaming and accidentally deleting the password from your router for your internet.
I'd forgotten that.
No, I remember that. Sitting there going,
oops.
Mortifying. The IT guy that just totally wrecked the internet.
Yeah, just for those of you listening out here, before Tom became a voice teacher, he had quite a good career in IT.
Now look at me.
And well, alongside his computer career, you've done a whole host of other things, haven't you, Tom?
Oh yeah, I have. Let's see. I started off in software development, so I started off websites and databases back in the late 90s. I made my first website in 1998. That's giving my age away.
And then I was 2, obviously.
I was a bit older than that.
Yeah.
What else have I done? Oh, yes. So I did websites and databases. Then I ran a web design agency for many years. And then I got into marketing because that was the way the world started to move. So started to do more marketing and websites. And then was teaching singing on the side. So, did a full day's work and then went and taught a full week studio and to like 40 plus students. So it was a bit of a crazy time. So I've done that. And then I got a bit of background in finance because I studied that at uni. So I have a bit of a hodgepodge of skills from, computers, websites, databases, accountancy, tax returns, and,
But that is what has made you so uniquely qualified to become our brand new CEO of IVA, because of all of those multitude of skills that you bring to the table.
That's the corporate line. The real line is that nobody else wanted to do that.
Hashtag true story.
Yeah.
That's everybody not what you put on the CV.
Everybody else looked at the description and went, oh no, that's a Tom job.
Is that right? Oh dear! What have we ticked everything off the list, Tom? What else is supposed to go in this trailer?
No, we've kind of like got lost already. See, this isn't even the first actual episode, and we're already way down the rabbit hole.
This is problematic.
So what? Oh, okay. So we're supposed to tell people about. We've told them about that. So yeah, who's going to be on the show then? Who's going to be on the show? That's the next thing to talk about.
Well, me and you. No, we've got some fantastic guests. So we have already conducted a certain number of interviews with some fantastic people. So we have already got some episodes being edited, getting ready right now to launch. And so our first episode is with the lovely, lovely Kerry Obert. who is got some really interesting research that she's conducting at the moment, all about the tongue in singing, alongside a whole host of other things. That lady knows a lot of stuff. She
does a mean impression when it comes to cartoon characters.
Absolutely.
It's quite the talent that she has. It's very impressive.
It is. So she will be our episode number 1, but we've also got episodes coming up with the lovely John Henney talking about business stuff. We have got, who else have we got, Tom?
We've got Chris Johnson. He's talking about movement as a tool for assessing singers. And we've got Andrew Bryan from New York. He's joining us. So he's got a whole thing going on with a singing athlete. So that's lots of arms up and stuff, moving about.
And of course, Mel Toy was here with us talking about her research that she's conducting on performance anxiety, which is fascinating because anybody who's ever taught singing will have had a student walk in their door at one point that has some level of performance anxiety that needs thinking about.
Yeah, that was good. And it was nice to record something on UK time zone and not be at like silly o'clock at night.
Yes. So that's just a taste of what we've got coming up, but we have a whole host of other people coming in. Within IVA, we run these like continual professional development type webinars that all voice teachers are welcome to sign up for, to attend. And so we're getting all of these fantastic people in to come and present to us on research that they're doing or sharing knowledge that they've gained from their experience to help kind of fill in more of the gaps in people's knowledge as voice teachers. And so as each of them come and do a webinar for us, we're grabbing them and going, will you come and be on our podcast, please?
Yeah. And the first thing we say to them is, there any topics that are taboo so we know not to ask, and then immediately ask about them?
So far, none of them have given us any taboo subjects though. So it's like, right, here we go.
Yeah, so the world is our oyster when it comes to quizzing them on everything.
So it's going to be fantastic. And I can't wait to get started. Can you, Tom?
No, I can't. And it's going to be fun. And I think that, people are going to hopefully like this and get to see a different side to these kind of interviews. Because, sometimes these interviews can be a little bit kind of academic or a little bit proper, but you shouldn't expect that from me and Heather. You should expect quite the conversational chat with a cup of tea or coffee as we just, have a chat with these people and get to know them and what they're all about,
Absolutely. Or as we say in the UK, a nice chinwag.
Chinwag, trademarked by Tom and Heather.
I was going to say, I'm determined to make that common knowledge.
Yeah, it's not a vocal technique. It's a thing in the UK. We talk about it. When we're talking, we're having a chinwag.
Yeah, like a casual chat. Yeah. So then I think we've ticked everything off apart from when the first episode will come out. So that's kind of important, I suppose, really. Yeah, Tom, when's the first episode coming out? Tell us now. We can't wait to hear.
Oh, so the first episode is going to come out on September 15th, which is just under a month away at the time of recording this. And that's going to be with the lovely Kerry that we've mentioned. And you will get to hear all about her tongue work and her cartoon character impressions.
I thought you were going to say we're going to hear all about her tongue.
I was about to, but then I stopped myself.
Not just her tongue, other things too.
Her study of the tongue.
Her study of the tongue. And
So that's on September 15 with Kerry, and that is a fun interview. And when you listen to the episode, we'll tell you all about the complete and utter disaster that was that recording. That was a stressful day.
Technology is not my friend.
Yeah, it's a miracle that this is working just now, isn't it?
Well, we're just about getting to grips with it now. We've done a couple of interviews. We're getting there.
We're remembering to press record.
If you're listening to this in 2 years' time, hopefully by then we'll have it down and everything will be slick. But up until that point, you'll just have to bear with us if it's a little rough around the edges.
Well, the content is what is important.
Absolutely. And that is spot on.
Yeah. So make sure you don't miss out on our episodes. You'll find us on all your favorite places that you can find podcasts. And what else? Oh, yeah, just search for the Vocal Advancement Podcast, because actually we never told people what this is actually called. So this is the Vocal Advancement Podcast, you know.
It's all right. That's going to be in our fancy jingle that you've written with the wavy hands. The Vocal Advancement Podcast.
And in 5 years' time, and we're still using that as our podcast jingle.
Can you tell I'm a voice teacher?
That just gave me a great idea. Can you imagine like we do conferences every year, and we've been doing them online for the last couple of years, but we're hoping to get back to in person. And we always have a conference choir that perform at the end of the conference. Can you imagine in 2024 if we were to have them record a jingle for us?
Oh my word, that'd be ace.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to write that down.
I was going to say, let's get Darren on it immediately.
Yeah. Choir jingle for podcast. See, we're making it up as we go along.
It's the best way, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. That's my mantra.
So we're the Vocal Advancement Podcast. I'm Tom, and this is Heather. And
Hello.
we're going to be with you every other week, starting from September 15 with an episode for you. As I said, you can find us in all your favorite places that you get your podcasts. But if you want to see the hilarities and all the hijinks that's going on, you can actually watch this on our YouTube channel as well.
Oh, that's true. They can see your wavy hands, Tom. They just need to go to YouTube to see them.
I know. That's going to be a meme. I'm going to turn that into a meme. It's going to be trending by the end of next year. Ooh.
He's turned into a ghost now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
See, this is a prelude to what's coming. Everybody will be well prepared for it.
That's it. Yeah, I promise there'll be some important stuff, wedged into our obvious comedy value. We find it funny.
We do. We might be the only ones laughing.
I was going to say, if it's only us, that's fine. It's all good.
If you can't laugh at yourself, then you know.
How the hell are you going to laugh at someone else?
Can I get an amen?
Right, I think we have well exceeded the 10 minutes that you told me.
The 3-minute trailer.
The trailer that you said, we should do about a 10-minute trailer, and I think we're up to like 15, 18 minutes now. Have we ticked the boxes?
The last thing to tell people is that you can find us on Instagram, search for Vocal Advancement, or go to our website, vocaladvancement.com, sign up to the newsletter so you can get kept up to date about all the podcasts and all the webinars that are coming up.
Absolutely.
And that's the last box to tick. Yeah.
Fantastic. We've done it, Tom.
We did. And it worked.
I'm proud of us.
And then we log off and then it's like, oh, Heather, it hasn't recorded.
I'll have to do it all over again.
No, it says recording, so fingers crossed.
Well, thank you to you, anybody out there who's listening to us right now.
Yeah.
And we look forward to taking you on our journey into discovery of all things voice.
Oh, that's catchy. I like that. I like it. Excellent.
Cheesy, but it works.
I think so. Wow. We'll see you in episode 1 then.
We will. We'll see you very soon. Don't miss it. Be there or be square.
Oh.